is your caste, who's your media owner, what is his caste. But then when he picked up from Tejasvi probably to say that caste, we'll have to see about redistribution of resources. Even today, he has said this, where he said that what is your caste? If you are 20% of this country's caste and 50% of the wealth is not with you, there will be a redistribution. He's taking ownership of it.
And let's be clear on it. What does redistribution of resources means? Let's look at fundamentals of this country. The top 1% of this country are privy to the almost 40% of the wealth of this country. And the bottom 20% have none at all. Like 40% have none at all. So what is required is the trickle-down effect, which hasn't happened. Rampant capitalism, which we have practiced in this country, which is not even capitalism, it is crony capitalism. Healthcare, they don't get employment, and billionaires are increasing. Surely this system isn't working. Crony capitalism in this country, as Modi ji has practiced, isn't working.
The other thing which came out during these elections is that speech by Dr. Manmohan Singh, in which he said that Muslims have the first right on resources.
Not true. Factually incorrect. Please read the speech.
He did say that. He said, and he said
that. Said Dalits. One second. He talked of all the marginalized.
Particularly Muslims.
No. So they didn't say only Muslims. Particularly means that all of them, particularly, why? Because they are below the scheduled tribes also.
No,
if you look,
where?
Yes, you look at data. You take any data.
No,
go to the official data.
They are not below the data.
You are wrong.
Okay, you want to talk about the Sajjad Committee report or the Ranganathan?
No, I don't want to talk about any report. Look at the official website of when Dr. Manmohan Singh made that statement. You go, you check it up, and then you come and ask.
That's why I'm asking you. They are not below the Dalits. There's been no survey done.
There has been a survey done. I disagree with you, but I can give you the data later.
So what has happened is that the government at that time went with the Ranganathan.
You're unnecessarily going into issues which Dr. Manmohan Singh didn't talk about, and I don't want to carry this dialogue forward because I am part of that government. Yeah. I know Dr. Manmohan Singh, and there were no first priority given to the Muslim community in this country. So factually speaking,
you were in the cabinet, which is why I'm asking you.
Therefore, I'm telling you.
It was there, and that's why they got it implemented in Andhra Pradesh.
This is what I am telling you.
As a model.
One second. Andhra Pradesh was a decision of the legislature, which was struck down by the court. Right? That was on reservation. You're again. See, I'm sorry.
Resources
is not reservation. Again, conceptually, you're
no. When you're saying reservation,
you think that Dalits reservation under the Constitution is resources?
So
let's look at.
When you say reservation.
One second. Let me answer your question.
Sure.
Right? Article 14 and Article 15 and 16 have reservation for whom? Backward community. Scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. Is that distribution of resources?
So when you are talking about they have the first right of resources
because
of Muslims.
You are changing the subject. You talked about Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh talked of reservation. Didn't talk of resources.
How? When you're talking about reservation, you're talking about getting the first right.
Wrong. Right? That means that the first right goes to Dalits under the Constitution. First right goes to scheduled tribes under the Constitution. First right goes to backward.
Please tell me because that's what Dr. Manmohan Singh said.
Again, now you are first misinterpreting what Dr. Manmohan Singh, and then you are equating reservation with resources, which is factually incorrect, conceptually incorrect.
Both. It was Muslims who were supposed to get it.
Who said that? Which resources did Muslims get? They got it.
Whether they got it or not, he said they got the right.
So you say for 10 years, Dr. Manmohan Singh did not do what you say that what Modi says he did.
Because
hold on. He did not do it.
I'm not interpreting Modi ji.
You just said
what I'm saying is, no, I didn't say that.
You just said that he didn't do it. It was a statement, but he didn't do it.
So what I'm saying to you is that Dr. Manmohan Singh said this, and Prime Minister Modi picked it up. I'm not saying that what Prime Minister Modi said.
So therefore, Prime Minister Modi is making political capital out of a factual statement that wasn't there. It is. One second. In fact, there are two statements. One statement is priority of resources. The other statement is assets. Amit Shah ji is saying that the assets of the country will first go to Muslims, which is a blatantly false statement. Dr. Manmohan Singh never talked of assets. You want me to give you that statement?
Two separate issues. One was on Prime Minister Singh talking about resources. The manifesto saying assets.
Which manifesto says assets?
The Congress manifesto says that we believe now.
Show me. You just read it for me.
When the Congress manifesto.
Once you make that statement.
Interpretation of
that. Now you've contradicted yourself. You said Congress manifesto says it. Now you say interpretation.
So, yes, because 1 minute. According to Chidambaram ji, he says CAA ko hum hata denge.
Now don't go to CAA. We'll come to CAA.
When you're talking about the manifesto.
Yes, miss, you can't be interviewing me and changing topics. You just said Congress manifesto says
manifesto talks about equitable distribution.
I don't have what
at present
of assets
of equitable distribution. Exact word.
I'll tell you the words. Article 39 of the Constitution, 39B says the resources of the community shall be so distributed as to subserve the common good. This is what the manifesto says. I'll tell you what's wrong.
So now, when you say that interpretation is different...
No, tell me what's wrong with this is the Constitution.
No, that's fine. Am I arguing about the Constitution? What I'm saying is that when the Congress picks it up, then it's equal game for the...
So if the Congress picks up words of the Constitution, it is wrong.
So what they have said, what Prime Minister Modi said...
Prime Minister Modi is used to making statements which are far away from the truth. Prime Minister Modi also said that the Mangal Sutra of Hindu women will be given over and the assets will be taken and given to those who produce more children.
Okay.
Please answer that.
Yeah, I will.
Why did he say that? Is that the truth?
So let me answer this. What the BJP says is that when it talks about, when he was talking to the audience, this is off the record, that briefing that we have, it's not been explained on. Now, what they say is that when Rahul Gandhi says, sabka forensic audit hoga to see who has how much wealth, which caste has or which community or which grouping. So let me just repeat, you ask me something, right? So who has wealth, and depending on jitni abadi utna hak, it goes off to those people. Now the point is that when you talk about equitable distribution of wealth, when in a political speech, when you are talking to rural women, when you are talking to rural men, rural women से आप क्या बात करोगे? उनके पास क्या है? Resources. उनके पास, they don't have access to resources, right? It's the men in the family who have assets and access to resources. The women only have stridhan. The women only have their Mangal Sutra and the gold that they wear. So when you say that आपका जायजा लिया जाएगा कि तुम्हारे पास है कितना, how much land do you have, how many houses, how many scooters, how many tractors, how much borewell, then women के पास, तुम्हारे पास क्या है? So when again it is an interpretation which I'm saying.
You can
again
interpret anything, like I can interpret your questions as
so
saying that
no,
you are
asking me that why did the president, why did the prime minister say
the prime
this?
minister is saying this because he wants votes on the basis of falsehood.
Okay.
Let me be clear on it. Nobody, no Congress manifesto says this, no Congress manifesto talks of it. I'm not a congressman. I'm an independent member of parliament. I've read both manifestos.
Sir, you are completely a congressman even though you've left the Congress.
My heart is in that ideology, but I'm not a congressman.
You quit the Congress because
so my heart is in that ideology. I said so openly, I've said so since the beginning. But the fact of the matter is I'm interpreting it as a citizen of this country.
Okay.
Right? In the BJP manifesto when it says कि आपको इतना पैसा तो अब दे रहे हैं, जब हम आएंगे तो आगे भी देंगे. That's bribery. That's bribery. That's taking votes on this. आगे भी हम आपको पैसा देंगे, आप हमें वोट कीजिए.
Isn't the Congress doing the same thing?
I'm not asking I'm not here for the Congress. If the Congress has done something wrong, I'll say it. I'm telling you what the BJP is doing.
Which all political parties.
So that's not justified. So if all political parties talk of this thing, therefore BJP can do it.
No, I'm just asking
if the
you,
Congress did a wrong, if the Congress did a wrong and you said, but Congress did it, so I can also do the wrong.
So different yardstick for the BJP.
Let's not know the same yardstick. If they are doing wrong, you should not do wrong. Why? Because you say you are different. No.
Like the Aam Aadmi Party should be different, right?
Different, huh?
The Aam Aadmi Party.
I'm not here sitting for the Aam Aadmi Party. You ask me a question, I'll answer.
So let's get to the whole bit about this democracy under threat, which you have also talked.